Listen, most times when we are fasting, we are actually trying to transition from being carbohydrate dependent people to fat adapted people or individuals. This basically means you are now off bringing in glucose as the quick fix energy for the system, and now you're going to burning fat to give you ketone bodies. Now, ketone bodies are the best energy sources for your brain, for your nerves, and for your cells generally. So your body appreciates ketone bodies. However, we have constantly exposed ourselves to carbohydrates, which gives us glucose, and now that is a quick fix. So the body does not see the need to turn to fats and burn them to give you the ketone and the healthy energy sources. And then we've also been sold the fear that if you have high ketones in the system, that can actually be diabetic ketoacidosis. We've talked about DKA, and we saw that DKA is basically having high glucose and high ketones at the same time. That is DKA. But ketosis or ketogenesis is having low glucose, and now the body turns to the fats to burn fat to give you ketones. So it's an alternative energy source, but the best energy sources for the system. Okay, but that process of transitioning is very hectic. It's actually energy demanding and consuming. So the body does not like to spend energy for no good reason. But this, you see, it's spending energy for very good reasons. But the body does not like that. That's why it appreciates quick fixes that come in with the sugars. Okay? Now, there are two ways to attain ketosis. One, you can go on a fast, basically a 24-hour fast or beyond. That will give you the ketone bodies. So that is ketosis or ketogenesis. But another one, you can actually do 2 meals a day and you do a zero carbohydrate diet. But that meal, make sure it is fatty protein. So fatty animal proteins, vegetables, and possibly the fruit being an avocado. So at this moment in time, you're bringing in very limited sources of carbohydrates. So now basically the body is relying on the fats that you're bringing in through the diets to convert them to ketones, which will be used for energy. So two ways, either fast or go on a zero carbohydrate diet, the ones that we call the keto diets. All right, so that's the target.